Howdy y'all, it's Russell back with Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. This is Sunday, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. May the 12th, 2019. And what am I doing here? Well, first of all, look how nice it is outside. It's getting ready to storm again. So I'm going to take this 8 ounces of Amsoil Sabre. Put it right in the 5-gallon bucket here. And some of you may be saying, that's not enough oil. You're gonna burn your equipment. That's not the case. So a 50-to-1 mixture, what everything calls for, 2-stroke. If you're using the, let's say the Echo Power Blend, for instance, it calls for a 50-to-1 mixture. Now some people go, well, you got to use what the manufacturer says. Not quite. You have to use what the manufacturer recommends, and they recommend Echo Power Blend, and this needs to be used at 50-to-1. I have been using Amsoil products since the early, I don't know, about 1992 or so. And I have dirt bikes, and I've never, ever had a problem, a failure with, or clogged power valve, clogged screens. These things get clogged screens really bad. So if you are any good at math, you will know that if I put in 8 ounces for 5 gallons of fuel, that's only what, like 1.6 ounces per gallon. Now, don't do that with Echo Power Blend. It's not designed to do that. Amsoil Sabre is designed to run as with as little oil as 1.3 ounces per gallon, which is 100-to-1. This is the best synthetic 2-stroke oil you can get. Now, I know there have been some people that have had a little bit of confusion about what to run. You know, when you, how do I say this? When you're talking about an air-fuel ratio, it's the amount of gasoline for a given volume of air. When you're talking about a fuel-oil ratio, you're talking about gasoline to a given amount of oil. So when I do this, when I put in less oil than normal, okay, that's actually going to make a richer mixture to the machine. So you may have to tweak your settings. Or you can just mix it at 50-to-1, because probably my best guess is the carburetors are adjusted. First of all, they're adjusted a little bit lean for emissions, but they're also adjusted to operate at 50-to-1. Okay, I don't have any problems with running 80-to-1 or 100-to-1. I ran that the Echo PB8710 blower wide open for hours, and none of my equipment has any smoke. They don't have any debris. I don't get any carbon debris or anything like that. And it is running a little bit richer for a air-fuel ratio, but 2-stroke engines generally are very forgiving if you fudge a little bit on that. Now, for you still guys, I know that Johnny with Blades of Grass was having a little problem, because I think he was running it maybe at 80 or 100-to-1. And as you know, a still piece of equipment is a 4-mix. It's actually a 4-stroke engine that has traditional valves, and it requires a pre-mixed fuel. It requires that. So why Still did that? To keep the machine light. That way you don't have to have a sump with lubricating oil for the bearings and crank and all that. If you don't know, or you never thought about it, the reason that you put oil into the gasoline in a 2-stroke is because that is what lubricates the crank and the bearings and the journals and all that. Crank, bearing, and journal. in a two-stroke machine. That little bit of oil is enough to lubricate that. Same thing in any two-stroke engine. Four-stroke engines, like our awesome Kawasaki's, Hondas, your vehicle, car, whether it's gas or diesel, a four-stroke engine will have a lubricating sump, either splash lubrication like the Honda, or pressurized lubrication like your automobiles, your cars, airplanes, this Kawasaki. They have oil pumps to produce oil pressure. So with that, all that being said, yes, I am going to run 80 to 1. I normally run between 80 and 100 to 1. I'm trying to, you guys know, I did a video a long time ago on the Toro Powerhead. It has probably 425 hours on it now, and all it's ever had is the Amsoil at 100 to 1. And I just changed the plug, not because it needed it, just because I felt bad. Because the thing's 10 years old, I just put a new plug and filter in it. So anyway, I'm going to go take care of filling this up. I get everything ready on the weekend for the upcoming week. I've got probably a medium schedule this week. It's just the weekly clients, and I have one small hedge job that I'm going to be doing. But the estimates are coming in. I'm almost full. Can't take any more clients, so that's good. It's a good problem to have. I take care of all my clients, and they appreciate that. So guys, with that being said, if you haven't tried Amsoil, try it. This is really awesome stuff. The reason I use it is because it makes the equipment last longer, and I don't have any repairs, I don't have any problems, and that saves you money in the long run, and it makes stuff last longer, which I like. If you notice, all my cars are old. It's because I like to make stuff last a long time and get a lot of value and use out of it. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that little icon, it's a little bell next to it, and you will be notified every time I upload new content. Have a happy Mother's Day if you're a mother, and I will talk to you on the next video.